Hi, I'm Erik Blauberg, and we're in New York City in the meatpacking district, one of the finest meat purveyors in the country, DeBragga and Spitler. And I'd like to introduce an old friend of mine, Mark. Mark is the owner, and
great to see you again, Chef.
Great to be here, Mark. Tell us a little bit about the process.
This is what we call a dry aging process, which many purveyors will try to dabble with. We take great pride. We think we do a great job. We have a great environment for the product. Maintain a certain degree of humidity and air circulation, and we take product, we put it on a shelf, and we allow it to age over a period of 28 to 45 days, whatever the customer wants. The meat will shrink, and you're going to get that real intensified, slightly nutty steakhouse flavor that really customers come to prize and love, and that I know you've been a fan of for so many years that we've done business together, Chef. So
delicious.
I love dry aged beef. There's nothing wrong with a great steak.
That's the only way to go. All right, Mark, the meat here is unbelievable. This is some of the best meat in the country.
Thank you.
And show me where you're hiding the best of the best.
Well, I have one put aside just for you, my friend, because I knew you were coming. So let me pull out our pride and joy here.
Look at that beef.
This is a Nyman Ranch certified Angus beef prime short loin. This is a naturally raised product, Eric. No hormones, no antibiotics, never been fed any animal byproduct. Really a never ever program. And as you can see, it's graded USDA prime. Look at the marble in that piece of beef.
I see the chunks of fat.
Yeah, I mean, if I was going to eat a steak in my shop, this is the one I'm eating.
Yeah, this. So
I had to pull this aside for you, man.
I appreciate that.
And I know what you love. You love the porterhouse. So I know you like getting onto the back end where you've got that big, beautiful piece of filet.
Yeah, that's
along with the strip, yeah.
And that's a full-size filet mignon. That's a beautiful piece of meat. And of course, here you have the New York strip steak.
Right.
So you got the best of both worlds.
You got the best of both. And you know, we're going to get a couple of porterhouses. Then we'd get a few T-bone steaks.
Exactly.
And then we'd end up with some beautiful center-cut strip steaks out of the shoreline.
That's gorgeous.
This is without a doubt. If I was you and I was going to have a meal tonight, this is what I'd be eating, Chef.
I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
Definitely. So tell us a little bit about, you know, the difference between a porterhouse and a T-bone and the New York strip steak and exactly what we have here.
The beautiful part about that is people hear porterhouse, they hear T-bone, they hear strip steak. It all comes out of one muscle.
Exactly.
So the short loin has the piece of the tenderloin left attached to the bone-in strip. We were looking at the bone-in shells here. Envision on the back end of this a piece of tenderloin still being on the undercarriage of the animal.
Exactly.
So that's what this is. A porterhouse will be the first two cuts where the fillet is much larger.
Yes.
That's what we call a porterhouse.
A true porterhouse.
Correct. As the fillet gets smaller in size as you go towards the middle of the loin, it becomes a T-bone. Same musculature, the strip and a piece of fillet, but the fillet is much smaller.
Right.
And obviously, once the fillet completely disappears, you get back to the front end, and some chefs will serve a bone-in center-cut steak out of this. We'll bone it out, make a boneless center-cut strip steak, but all three of those cuts come out of the same muscle.
That's amazing.
And it's a great way for chefs to utilize it as well. And really the key, again, to any of this quality beef is the marbling. I mean, the fat in that muscle.
You could see the muscle.
I mean, there's almost
chunks.
There's almost more fat than there is meat in this thing.
Yeah.
This is going to be an incredible eating experience.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. So when the fat renders out, and of course, fat is flavor.
Because you know, when you dry age, you lose a lot of moisture. We'll lose 13% of the body weight of this piece of meat. So that you would think empirically makes it a little bit drier. But when you have a lot of fat in that muscle, when you cook it, it still ends up being real tender and juicy, which you need to have. That's why you only really dry age high quality pieces of beef. It's the only thing that really makes sense if we have a great dining experience.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. That's gorgeous. All right.
You're all set, man.
So let's get this on the grill.
Did you just get it on the grill? Oh, you're cooking, I hope.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm cooking.
Okay,
all
you're
right.
the chef, not me.
Now I'm in the kitchen. Today, I have some great meats here, and we're going to talk about grilling here. I have some beef here, which is a Y Angus beef. That's a W-Y-E Angus. And this particular beef is a very, very special black Angus beef product. And I have a farmer here that is breeding this particular cattle, and it's the most amazing beef in the world. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this out, we're going to throw it on the fire, and we're going to do some grilling. All right, so here we are at my grill. So today we're going to put together just a quick mixed grill here. I have some beautiful Cornish chickens. Put a little bit of oil on them. Set them right on the grill like so. I also have a couple of really, really nice steaks. And we're going to place those on the grill like so. A couple of those going. Beautiful strip loin steak. Delicious. And there we go. We got our meats on. Okay. All right. Now for our vegetables, we're going to get a little bit of vegetables here. Let me just season this up here first. Get some fresh ground pepper. I have some black pepper here. Black pepper, that's such a great flavor on meats. And I also have some sea salt from Brittany. I love using sea salt. There's such a great flavor to it. And it actually has a lower content of sodium, which is really nice. So you don't have all that sodium, but it has all that great sea flavor to it. So what I'm doing here, I have this part of the grill that's a little bit cooler so I can regulate my heat, and this part's a little bit warmer here. So we're just gonna grill this stuff up, right? Got a nice piece of cauliflower here. It's definitely a meal fit for a king here. I'm gonna slice a little bit of this off. So we have a little bit of an assortment here. There we go. Plate up. I'm going to garnish it with a little bit of rosemary, and I'll tell you what we have going on here. We have a beautiful dish. It was so simple, it just took a few minutes to cook. I have a little bit of pork here. I have filet mignon. I have sirloin steak. I have some beautiful organic broccoli, organic tomatoes, Italian lettuce, and cauliflower. And there we have it. I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of black pepper and just top it off with a little bit more of this beautiful sea salt. And here we have it, a mixed grill. Voila.